Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be feeding calves with this urban milk shuttle. So right now we're just mixing the milk, or well, now just stopped mixing, but we don't have enough milk in here. We take it from the cows first, and then if we don't have enough, we put milk replacer in there with it. See, now it's mixing, and we're going to be dumping water in here later. We have a app on the phone that can calculate exactly how much milk replacer and water we need to add in. So, hope you guys enjoy the video.
Hi. Ian made a small mistake when he was explaining what we were doing with milk and adding milk replacer. We're not adding milk replacer, we're adding a milk balancer. Basically that takes the fat and the protein, levels it out to an even number, what is better for the calf. And that's basically where he made a small mistake. So that's why I explained it. The balancer is to balance the milk.
Alright, so my mom is dumping water in there for the balancer or milk replacer. Those two hoses are for cooling. So this one dumps the water out, and here the water goes into it and circulates and cools it down or heats it up or whatever. It just barely fits through these doors, but it's quite handy because then we can just get through all the doors no problem. And yeah, it just snowed right over there, but it also started to melt, so it's really quite wet. And there's the new calf barn right over there. Alright, so since we built this new calf barn a couple months ago, we don't have to walk quite as far to get to the calf barn, because the calf barn used to be all the way on the other side of the barn, or the farm. So now we just have to walk from those two little doors over there to here. And we got ourselves some automatic doors. And here we got the whole calf barn. Those calves like to make a mess. Well, some of them do, but See, this one's nice and neat. So there's a little button on that handle there, and then you can dump all the milk in. And here you can, with these 3 buttons there, you can switch with how many liters you want to give to the calf. Show that a little later. So we're going from 4 liters over here to 3 liters. So my uncle fabricated some little flags here that says how much they need, and then if a calf, let's get sick, we have little flags for that. But that doesn't happen too often with this calf barn anymore, because the calves, they can't, like, let's say this one gets sick, can't reach over and get that one sick because the pens are too tall and too far apart. So that's pretty much the main reason why we built this calf barn, because we didn't want sick calves anymore. So yeah, then right here we got it down to 2 liters. So these had 3, then these now get 2 liters. All right, so I'm gonna walk over here to this side of the barn because those calves in the back here are quite loud. But when the calf gets born, then they get 2 liters of milk. Then after a week, they get 3 liters. And then after a week or so again, then they get 4 liters. And then when they start getting, well, with 4 liters, they say they drink 4 liters the longest. And then after that, then when they start getting older, then they start getting less and less, and then they get weaned. All right, so here in the back of the calf barn, we got these calves, this little pen and this little pen. There are 6 in each pen. Well, there's 4 in this one, but we're weaning these calves. So these calves get milk 1 time a day in that bucket over there, and then these calves don't get milk at all. So the reason we got these small groups here is because if they went from this pen, the little single pens, and then they slowly get into a bigger group, so then they can build up their immune system and stay healthy pretty much. So if you're wondering what kind of system for manure we have, we got sand here. So then the end of the calf pens, they just barely sit on the cement. And then after the calves go out of the pens, we take the skid loader and we scrape we first put straw in the pens, then the calves in, and then when the calves go out of the pens, we use the skid loader, we take the pens, we just like put them into the middle here, and then we can just scrape all the manure out, and then we put it on the field. All right, so right here we got all of the calves here, and then what they all had and all that. And then this, we just got this in the barn today. My uncle fabricated this here, and that cat is clawing the wood. But anyways, my uncle just put this in. This is a wine fridge, but we can keep the medicine in here. And if it gets too cold, it'll start heating it up. And then if it gets too warm, it starts cooling it down. So it keeps the medicine at the same temperature. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So, and then for curtains here, we got sturdy built curtains. We decided to do a big one on the bottom and the small one on top. So if we had one halfway, then the wind would be able to come through a lot easier, and then the calves would get colder. And then on top, we just did this so we could have that one open, and then less wind would come in, but we'd still get fresh air in here. And with this, we can control the curtains with going up and down and all that. We got the same on the other side. We got automatic doors in here. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for feeding calves. Otherwise, we have to teach new calves to drink milk, or we have to move calves or something like that. But in the old calf barn now, we are keeping the weaned calves, and in there we're slowly making the groups, or the older they get, the bigger the groups get. So yeah. So now we're done with feeding calves, and gotta clean this up now. So we start off by dumping all the extra milk out.
De eerste was en bij de tweede was het detergent. Now we're going to start the wash. First we're going to drain the hose out. What's out? And now spray ball cleaning it. So 2.5 minutes. And then we're going to drain it, put new cold water with acid in there, rinse it again for 2.5 minutes, and then we're done.
And here we can see how much time is left of the wash. And now it's getting the acid ready.
Always cleaning the spout, so since the cats are licking on it every time when we put the milk in the buckets, we want to make it nice and clean. Get the first water out with the detergent, put it back in, start it up again.
Alright, so I thought I'd explain to you guys real quick where we get the milk from for the calves. So right here we have a separating system, so there's a little spout right in there, and then it goes to one of the buckets here. But cows that have mastitis, that milk is always getting separated, so it gets separated into one of those 3 buckets, and then we can take those buckets and then dump it in the calf shuttle, and then we got calves or milk for the calves then. So we don't have to take any milk from the bulk tank or anything. We can just take the milk from here and then put it in the calf shuttle, and it's just a lot easier.